So Higher Ground started in 1999 here in Ketchum, Idaho. There was a definite need in the community for recreation programs for people with disabilities. There's all sorts of recreation and activities for everyone to do in our community, but we didn't have anything specific for children, teens, and adults with disabilities. So that's how it started in 1999.
The majority of that group we work with are children on the autism spectrum, and it's great working with just the tactile and hands-on small movements, setting goals from climbing up to the wall to ringing the bell. It just really helps them develop mentally and physically.
I'm Peta Verhage, Higher Ground Volunteer Coordinator and Community Outreach Manager.
Hi, my name is Kara Barrett, and I am the Director of Recreation Programs for Higher Ground Sun Valley.
I'm Elena O'Neill, Recreation Program and Therapy Coordinator for Higher Ground Sun Valley.
I think being involved in Higher Ground, you see amazing sides of people that you wouldn't have an opportunity to see otherwise. I can't tell you how many times you meet somebody in the community and then we have them volunteering on the hill with us, and you find out so much about them and how generous and kind and caring they are by how they are involved in the program.
What's your name?
Henry.
How old are you?
5.
5? Do you like rock climbing?
Yeah.
Is it your favorite thing to do?
Hockey is my favorite.
Hockey?
Like hockey.
I've seen the program grow over the years, and it's just fun to look back and see that there was 3 kids in our summer camp, and we were able to integrate with the local camps. I just kind of approach them and just say, could I come and bring some kids that have just different abilities and integrate them into your sports program? And they welcomed us in with open arms, and now we have over 40 kids in our camps in the summer, and we provide sports and recreation in the winter and all year round now. So it's I've been with the program, as I said, for all these years, and it's always changing and always super fun.
Go, Jay. What's your name? What's your name?
David.
What did you do today?
I went to school.
Do you like rock climbing after school?
David has a really good connection with the people here. He's been coming here 3 years, so every year is just better and better, and they really help him be successful.
What's your favorite part about coming to Higher Grounds?
All of it.
All of it? Like what? Give me some examples.
Like going to the water park and doing miniature golf and rock climbing.
He has a lot of anxiety, so with Higher Ground, they're able to really help and support him in sports and at his pace, and explain everything to him, so he can be successful.
What does Higher Grounds help you with?
Higher Ground helps me with lots of stuff.
I think the more that they can get out there and just get integrated, and the more activities, the better for the participant. As long as you kind of set your mind to doing something, it doesn't really matter what your disability or whatever it is. You can still go rock climbing, you can still go mountain biking, you can still go skiing, you can do anything that an able-bodied person can do.
I would call myself a rookie cyclist.
Why do you call yourself a rookie?
Because I just started this summer.
Cool.
I participated in a mountain bike off-road hand cycle clinic put on by Higher Ground Sun Valley and fell in love with a demo bike just like this and decided I had to have my own to be able to enjoy my backyard here in Sun Valley more.
Our mountain bike weekly rides started because we had some needs for individuals in the community with physical disabilities. They had done some mono skiing with us in the wintertime, and we bought an off-road mountain bike hand cycle a few years ago, and we saw a lot of great success in that, but it was, depending on the person's disability, the specific bike that we had was a little difficult, so we ended up purchasing another one that's an upright one that you see Eric in, and he had tried the one-off one on your stomach years ago, and he just said I'd give it a try, but he hated it basically. So I said, we learned about this bike and we think it's going to be great, so he's like, I'll give it a try. So we got him out there weekly. He fell in love with it, wanted to go all the time, so we let him borrow it. He lives out East Fork, so he'd go on his own all the time. Made him more independent. He'd take his dog on a hike, go out with his wife on a hike. So he ended up buying one himself, and now he goes out like every day. So it's pretty awesome.
Shortly after I moved here, I just kind of bumped into the program director, Kara, talking about ski programs or something or other, and I've just kind of stayed peripherally involved over the years as a volunteer, as a donor, as a hanger-on. I just think the world of therapeutic adaptive recreation. When you say therapy, it's not just about learning how to do something outside and becoming a better outdoorsman or athlete. For adaptive recreation, I think that the therapy component is the confidence it gives you to, overcome whatever other challenges might exist in your life because of your disability, and to realize they're really pretty small, and the biggest ones are in your head.
Well, I think we're as ready as we can hope to be.
Honestly, it comes down to like seeing some of the participants, especially like Eric and another one of our riders, Jet, kind of get to new highs almost in a sense, by going on new trails, seeing different places, getting over like obstacles that you really didn't think was possible, but just to see new heights that people can reach, it's pretty inspiring.
Hearing is a big sense that we have. Well, for some people, it's not so much the biggest sensory that we still have left. I have bilateral hearing loss in both ears. Here, I was in the Marines for 4 years, and I was injured, and I had a traumatic brain injury. I did 2 tours in Fallujah, Iraq. Lots of bombs going off, lots of loud noises, lots of people getting injured around you, if not yourself. And so most of this right side here is a metal plate. And so I've been through a lot of the post-traumatic stress and a lot of the issues dealing with the VA, the hospital's procedures and policies, the coming back home, the shock and awe of, okay, what do I do now? Horseback riding sensory trail. So it's a therapeutic sensory trail, hearing, seeing, touching, smelling your senses. There's the chimes. They're able to go through and hit different sounds, okay, and different color. Which sound is this color? Is that red? Is that the blue one? Is that the yellow one?
The real work happens when they meet every morning and then they regroup in the evenings, and they're able to open up and share and realize that there are other people out there like them, be it the wives or the men, and they're all going through the same struggles back home. And Higher Ground helps them reintegrate back into their community so they don't feel like such an outcast.
Man, the biggest benefit that I've seen is that they're coming out and they're getting a break from the day-to-day stresses of coming back from war, from coming back home, and they've been dealing, maybe some of them have jobs, maybe they don't have a job, maybe they're not quite there yet, maybe some of them are dealing with other issues, but they're able to come out here and see that people care. It's just a healing process that takes some time sometimes, and them coming out to these camps, whether it be the skiing or the fly fishing, calming down and having to whip that ride back and forth, or slow down and talk to one of these horses right here, like Duke, it shows them that, hey, I can do this.
My name is Jerry Smith. I have to say I'm 58.
Jerry, what do you feel like Higher Ground has helped you to achieve?
Help me keep getting better. Getting, keep striving, keep getting more towards the goal.
Hey Grant.
Hey, what?
What has Higher Ground helped you do?
It's helped me ski.
My name is Thomas Moore. I'm 22 years old.
What do you think Higher Ground has helped you achieve?
My name is Jody Hamilton, and I work at the Idaho School for the Deaf and the Blind. I work with our kids that have multiple disabilities, and so that includes deaf and blind on both sides. Well, actually, when I started working at the School for the Deaf and the Blind, they said, oh, we get to do these ski days, and I'm a big snowboarder myself, and I really loved it, and I live in Sun Valley, and so after the first ski day, I said, well, I want to be involved with this program because it's really cool. It's getting my kids out there and help other kids that are around here. With Higher Ground, I like that it just gives these kids opportunities that they wouldn't have otherwise, and they're really great at accommodating. And if you have an idea to make the lesson better, you know, they're all for it and they make it happen, and they don't say no to any of our kids, you know. these are some of my favorite days on the snow because I get to see how happy my kids are and the students that I teach. And I mean, they live for this day. They talk about it all year long, and it's just really, really fun.
How old are you? So are you in high school? Oh, cool. How long have you been participating with Higher Ground?
2 years.
Awesome. And do you ski or snowboard?
Snowboard.
And how has Higher Ground helped you, do you think?
I feel like doing this
helped me learn about balance and stuff like that.
How has Higher Ground helped you, do you think?
Well, it has helped me get better at skiing.
The Higher Ground program serves anybody with a disability, so that could be intellectual disabilities or physical disabilities. It's not just children, it's teens, it's adults. Basically anybody who's in the Valley or comes to visit the Valley who has a disability is eligible to participate in Higher Ground programs. When I first interned with Higher Ground, I was working with the military program, and I worked with a female veteran who was snowboarding, which is always just a little bit nerve-wracking because most of our veterans have traumatic brain injuries, and snowboarding can be very prone to falling and hitting your head. I took her down to an acupuncturist here in the Valley who donated her services to have her get acupuncture instead of being out snowboarding. And then I think we stopped at the bead shop and we found some beads, and then we got lunch, and we just did all these fun things. And it really cemented a great friendship with her. Before she left the program that week, she left me her dog tags, which is a pretty big deal for veterans, and I don't think I'll ever forget that. Like, knowing that in such a short time you could have such a big impact on someone's life.